Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. So, I am Jitin Chavla, and I have Dr. Upasana with me from OP Jindal Global University. Uh, we have been doing a series of webinars to help young people understand career opportunities, understand the latest changes, and then decide how they should go about it, step by step, what can be done so that they become very successful. You all have seen some major changes happening in the education landscape. After NEP came in, uh, the government decided to have a unified system of test, which was named as CUCET. This test came by, and this year, very, very large universities like Delhi University, JNU, and today morning, Ambedkar, though whether Ambedkar will join CUCET or they will look at some other test, but Ambedkar has also agreed to an entrance test format. That means that all the people who are just laboring for 12th class may not get there. Why? Because the environment around you is changing. Yeah, I can see a lot of people who have joined in. So Atharv Dhingra, good evening to you. Mayura Paul, hello. Abhay saying hi and good evening to you also. So I can see a lot of young people who are joining in. So keep on sharing this information. This is live right now. You can connect with us on YouTube or on Instagram. So this we are kind of going live on YouTube and Facebook. Sorry, not Instagram. But the Instagram usage is so high that one keeps on. One of my students did a research project on gram and gram. It is all about how to use Instagram to facilitate marketing of products and services. Hi Ridhi, good evening to you also. Hi Utkarsh. It'll also make sense if you keep on writing like which classes you are from and where you are from. So keep on sharing. I really enjoy to see where audiences are from. Yesterday, we were interacting with Gulf principals and counselors, and we were like 500 odd people came in, and wow, it was such a big group. So I really like to understand. Hi Jyotsna. Hi Anam Lakshman Venkat. Good evening to you also. Hello Megha. Uh, Dr. Upasana, I'll just start off with the PPT, but quickly before that, what are the major changes you feel that which are happening in the education landscape, especially after NEP set in, and what students can expect when they come to universities and they start pursuing undergraduate programs as it is called.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chawla, for this opportunity to speak to you and to these young minds who are joining us. Thank you, all of you, for joining in. Quickly, I tell you, my name is Upasana. I am a faculty at Jindal Global University, and I'm the Dean of Admissions and Outreach. At Jindal Global University. Okay, my profile is up there, so I don't have to explain much. But to respond to your question, Mr. Chawla, I think it is so there are two ways in which I want to respond to your question. One is that, of course, I think we live in extremely exciting times in terms of the shifting landscape of education in India. As you said in the very beginning, major universities have decided to go the common entrance test way, and that changes the entire understanding of how we look at the transition from schools to universities. So traditionally, particularly in the context of Delhi University, you have seen this rush for getting 99.99 percentage. There was so much of pressure in terms of everything got reduced. Everything that you did from class 1 to class 12 got reduced to the percentage that you get at the end of the day. So I think that is shifting. That is one. Two, as you've correctly said, NEP imagines a very multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary education. And once it is implemented in its true spirit, and it is going to take some time, of course, to come to the point of implementing NEP in its true spirit, it will shift the way we have looked at and understood education in India, right? From the
Great.
academic bank of credit to the flexible entry and exit, to the focus on vocational education, to the focus on an interdisciplinary education. So I think it is extremely exciting times in terms of shifting systems in education in India.
Great, great. Thank you, Dr. Upasana. That was great. And as you can see, Ribu, can you just come back? I want to show our profile once again to the students and highlight. Yeah. Of course, this is about us people who have been with us. We keep on working with schools and few colleges, and we keep on delivering a lot of career programs. We run career resource centers. We do aptitude testing, counseling, and we've been doing this for the last almost now 2 decades. And we engage with schools in India and abroad. Next, please. Oh, this is me. Oh God, what did I do?
That is
MBA.
you.
Oh, but I think I'm definitely looking better in this pic compared to what I'm looking right now. Or with all the cold. Why is it so cold, Dr. Upasana? Maybe
I
you
have no idea. I am cold all the time.
can you do some magic and can you
I wish I could. I'm just, and I'm
oh,
not, I don't do well in cold. I'm very
same.
unproductive during the winter times.
So same. So guys, I think you haven't like my thing can be removed. I think, guys, you know me and you have been following, and that's how maybe you came here. But I keep on doing career counseling. I think that's enough. Come back. Just go one step by step, please. Come back. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Upasana, she has done some amazing work. I believe this is the Indo Shastri, institute which offers a doctoral
Yes,
fellowship.
the Shastri Indo-Canadian Fellowship. Yeah, yeah.
They
It
work
is.
a
It
lot with
is.
the Canadian government also.
Yes, I went on a full scholarship. So
Amazing, amazing. Maybe you can also share with the students how to get a full scholarship. A lot of people ask me that.
yes, I would be happy to. I was fortunate enough to be able to get this scholarship. Yeah,
And
I'm happy to share. Yeah.
And I would also check with you about the Center for Women and Gender Studies because honestly, a lot of students ask me, and they ask me, okay, if I do this, then what all can I do? I think
Yeah.
that's something which we'll also discuss. And
Certainly, I'd be happy to. Yeah.
and UBC Vancouver, guys, students, I also visited. It's a wonderful place, top university in Canada, having campuses at Vancouver and Okanagan, and lovely. I mean, the way they welcome students is amazing. I remember one of my students sharing, like, so many hundreds of students are walking by, and the seniors are standing on sides and they are waving stuff, and that's how it is. I hope the same would have happened, Dr. Upasana. I didn't study outside, but somehow I lived through my students, so that is what it is. Uh, she has also worked with TISS Mumbai. TISS is the topmost institute in India for social sciences, and TISS has been doing amazing work for so many years, guys. And now, of course, she is with the Jindal Global. She's a professor at Jindal Global Law School, as well as she's Dean of Admissions and Outreach. So OP Jindal is a topmost university, and for so many years, I have students emerging from there after doing law, after taking up courses in public policy, uh, international relations, and so on. So we'll be sharing about that also. And good students, you keep on writing from where you are. So I think a lot of you are 12th class students. Honestly, your science, commerce, humanity doesn't matter because we'll talk of generic careers. We'll talk about a lot of options which anybody can take up. For me, I don't hold this that you've taken science or commerce or humanities. What is more important is what kind of goals do you set for yourself, and then accordingly the path can be decided you know
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
Great. So, if you little bit, if you can tell about the Center for Women and Gender Studies, I mean, what happens there, and what is it that gender studies can lead people to eventually, if you kind of specialize in that? Yes,
Wow, I'm always happy to talk about it. It's a subject very close to my heart, and I actually want to reiterate something that you have said that you do not need to have a particular kind of disciplinary background to be able to do something like gender studies. So, for example, if you ask me, I did my class 12th, then I joined Delhi
which
University. I
subjects?
was
Which
I
subjects did you
had
get?
all art sub. I had political science, history, social
Psychology.
sciences.
Okay.
I did it from Assam. I'm from Assam, so I
Okay.
did my class 12 from Guwahati. And then I came and joined Delhi University. I was in Miranda House. I joined political science honors course in Miranda House. And it is very interesting, Mr. Chawla, because, right now there is so much of information. Kids are so well informed. They know exactly where they want to go and where they want to study. I remember when I was doing my preparation for class 12, my brother came and posted, I think it was from Outlook, or frontline, I forget, the top 10 cutoff of the Delhi University colleges. He cut it out and pasted in front of my study table, and he said, if you want to go, you have to get one of these. And the only criteria that my parents had was that you have to get a hostel, and then only you can study in DU. So, anyways, my point being that, I did political science, and then I did my master's in political science from Delhi University. I was in Hindu College, law fac, arts fac, and then I went to JNU to do my MPhil and PhD,
Oh,
where I was in School of International Studies. So my specialization is, international relation, political science, international relations, and within that, I started looking at governance, international governance, and gender.
amazing.
And it is
Amazing.
in that context that I applied for the Shastri Fellowship, and I went to, Center for Women and Gender Studies there and did my doctoral fellowship. So the point is that your disciplinary background could be anything. It could be political science, sociology, or any of the science subjects. Because when I came back and I started teaching in Tata Institute of Social Sciences, which was my first job as such, I was teaching at the Center for Women Studies at Tata Institute of Social Sciences, the first batch of MA students in TIS I taught. And the students who came in from different disciplinary backgrounds.
Absolutely.
So it is absolutely possible to have very disciplinary backgrounds and come in and do a program like gender studies. But I also want to say that if somebody is very clear that this is the path that I want to do, that gender studies is something that I want to take up, I want to work in an international organization that focuses on gender. I want to work in a national organization that focuses on gender, or I want to be an academic who is a gender studies expert. I want to write on gender studies issues. I want to join a media house and become the gender expert. I want to join a political party in their gender and women and gender wing. I mean, there are
Yeah,
so many possibilities. So, if you want to do that, you can also now, like at Jindal University, we've now started an undergrad program in gender studies. And the first batch of
amazing.
students we're expecting to come in August 2022. So you
Amazing.
get trained from the undergrad level as a
Absolutely.
gender studies professional. And the courses, so basically, the idea is that you have to do a course which is rooted in interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity, and you get to understand your discipline in such a way that it draws on the strengths from other disciplines. Gender does not operate in isolation, nor does political science or sociology or history, or for that matter, engineering or mathematics or science.
Yeah,
It happens in the context of the society, a political economy, right? So to
absolutely.
be able to do a kind of course which is rooted in interdisciplinarity is, I think, is more important for the kids, particularly
Great.
in the context of all the things that you were talking about earlier, in terms
Yeah,
of shifting education systems, NEP, the way we are looking at education going forward. I
absolutely.
hope that that addresses your question
Yeah,
in
it
some way.
does. It does to a great extent. And I just want to kind of go on a sidetrack. And students, I just like to highlight like Shagun is there who's working with us. She did pol science, and then she went in for a master's in global studies at Columbia University, and she came back and joined Grant Thornton in their CSR department. So,
There you go.
see, in terms of job opportunities, because why I'm repeating or trying to highlight these is a lot of students are confused when they look at, so to say, newer options, that what are the jobs I would get. So I personally, I love to hire people in my profile building team. So I've hired young India fellows. I've hired people with humanities background who can write well, who can communicate well, who
Yes.
like to read naturally, who understand the events around them, whatever, I mean, political events, social events, who understand how the changes are happening, and who can guide my students onto developing a good profile. You know, and it's not only me. I mean, some of the topmost firms in India who are helping children with profile building, study abroad, they also think the same. So the Shagun, I mean, Shagun is right now, then she changed her job and she's working with Pontoka. That's a Denmark-based ESG consulting company. ESG is
Hmm.
environmental sustainable consulting. So that's another area which is catching up. So even though she has done international relations and she didn't do any major this thing in environment and sustainability, but the
Hmm.
context is the same. Earlier she was doing CSR consulting. So
Hmm.
like she kind of learned on the job, and now she shifted to ESG consulting. So can I look at all these after such courses? Answer is yes. And You might do a mixed match also. It's not that you have to work on one side only. So that is what we are trying to communicate. Yeah.
Absolutely. If I may add
Please,
to what you just said, I
please.
think you put it brilliantly, nothing much to add. But I want to say that, traditionally, conventionally, the understanding was that, you do an undergrad degree and that should be enough. Just the degree is enough. But as you said, I mean, you spoke about Shagun and you spoke about other hirings and you said communication skills and all those skills. These are the skills of the 21st century career market. And if you look at jobs and opportunities, I was reading a report by the World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum does this future of jobs report.
Yeah.
So in 2020, they came up with the future of jobs report, and they said that 50% of the current employees, right, will need to be reskilled by 2025.
Yes.
Right. And they're saying, because what is happening, I mean, world is shifting and changing. If the pandemic has taught us anything, is that technology is the way that the world is moving forward. Right.
Yeah.
30% of the work hours that we spend globally will be automated by 2030.
100%.
Right. So in fact, the US Labor Statistics Office had said that from 2018 to 2028, job growth will happen in industries like technology, service industry, public health, and health industry. So these are the new media. These are the kind of industries where you see a kind job growth happening, and the skills that are required are not necessarily because technical skills a machine is also able to do. But what are we looking for in terms of what is the industry looking for? The industry is looking for what you are looking for. You are the part of the industry.
Absolutely.
Communication skills, problem solving abilities, innovative thinking, creativity, critical thinking. These are the skills that one is looking for today. So no matter whatever course you do, if you are if you are committed to a curriculum, if you're doing part of an education system that allows you to think critically, to think independently, to do innovative thinking, internships, the industry academia interface. Right. So if that is something that you're able to do through your education, it will empower you to take any field that you want to take going forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I should also share my background. I did physics honors. Why? I used to love science and mathematics. I still love mathematics. So somehow my this thing of interest in physics came down by the time I was in third year. I decided I will never touch physics books in my entire life. I promise which I keep to myself till date. I just run away from physics people. But people, what we are trying to say here is, see, if you can combine certain areas, like Dr. Upasana clearly elucidated, tech. So if you can combine tech psychology, yeah, and there are courses you can do computer science and social sciences. If you can combine
Absolutely.
tech law, if you can combine, so a lot of these, like what is fintech? It's basically finance and technology, yeah. So that's a combination with finance. Finance is such a
Mhm.
big field. So maybe I'll just go through a structured presentation. I'll just go through a couple of slides, and then again
Yes.
we get to a discussion mode. And Riddhi Verma, you're asking how many years of course for hotel management? Hotel management, Riddhi Verma, in India typically it is 3 years. I'll give you an option, Riddhi Verma. OCLD, which is Oberoi Center for Learning and Development, they have a program called STEP training. So after 12th, Riddhi Verma, you can start earning. Yeah. But do remember me and you can keep on sending me gold coins. Okay, if not gold, send me some silver coins, fine. Nobody sends gold coin these days, it's too expensive. So Riddhi Verma, OCLD STEP training you can check out. Otherwise, the government has a system called NCHMCT. So there are IHMs which are dotting like all over India. They are there. So IHMs you can 15,000 plus seats. Entrance exam is there. Check nchmct.org. You'll get it. Yeah. Ganeev, I'll just take questions like English. I'll just hold on for some time. Let me just cover some part of PPT and some questions because will be answered automatically. There's certain context to the entire presentation. So just wait for 5 minutes. So yeah, Vaneja in Design and Tech, you can check out Triple IT Delhi, a government institute. They are offering a BTech Design plus Computer Science. Sagarika Jha, corporate law is amazing. I have a student, Mahima. She had taken PCM. I was the one who helped her shift to law. She joined Trilegal. Her starting salary about 9 years back was 65,000 rupees per month. And she became India entry specialist. Yeah. What is her job? So she would be sometimes be in London, sometimes in Japan, sometimes US, and she'll be advising companies about opening up offices in India, about opening up a factory in India. So India entry specialist, does she need to go to the court? No, never. I mean, she just goes and interacts with corporates. She and then I know another person at Trilegal only. This guy is a M&A specialist, mergers and acquisition specialist. So law. I mean, so don't form your perceptions of what you can do after law after watching Jolly LLB on one side or Suits on the other side. So let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, Jyotsna, as I said, we'll just take questions. So please stop and don't write questions right now. Now see top. Now see top says hello. Hello. I don't know it is for you or me. Anyway, hello. So we'll take questions after some time, guys. Just hold on. Ribu, if you can do the next, please. I'll just rush through the PPT and we'll keep on discussing. Okay. So in Indian admission system, you'll find the following: only entrance exam. Like if you go to IIM Indore, or in fact, 99% of the law thing, how do you enter into a university is through entrance. Yeah, 99%. 5-year law courses are through entrance. So some places you'll have an entrance exam plus interview. A few places still it is merit. Like till last year, DU was merit, Ambedkar University was merit, but this year a lot of things are changing, and hence this entire session. And then, of course, some places you have entrance exam plus SOP, which is statement of purpose, and some essays about you, about your ideas. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 7 years from now? Your strong points, weak point. Why are you selecting what you're selecting? Blah blah blah. So the university wants to understand you as an individual, and hence you are writing some stuff and submitting. It's a part of the application process, and then of course an interview. Yeah. So these are the typical formats in which you will get admits in India. Next. Guys, I'll take questions after some time. Yeah. So this is a very, very recent happening that initially they said May, but eventually DUVC confirmed that for undergrad admission, we will be looking at CUCET as a test. Next. JNU also confirmed thereafter. And yeah, of course, this my team prepared. So students to Delhi University cutoffs. Chal chal, abhi main darta nahi hu tere se. Yeah, I'm sure you would have seen this. So next, this is Ribhu's creativity. I think he's watching too many serials. They will just meet me after the webinar. Okay. So CUCT, what is CUCT all about? Basically what they're saying is, there are different boards, and maybe I'm a very intelligent student, but one day on that exam day I catch a cold. You know how cold it is right now. So, or i'm not I'm feeling sick, or I'm not able to do two questions well, and my entire life depends on getting that mark. So that is not fair. Some boards also don't give as good marks, so that is also not fair. So CUCT, the idea is to build up fairness in the entire system. Next. So for sciences also, so there'll be a different this thing. Like for sciences, if you're going to do a BSc, might be doing a BSc microbiology or biochemistry or whatever. So you'll have two kinds of questions. Part A is general MCQs, English, numerical aptitude, basic like quantitative, which includes data interpretation, analytical skills, reasoning, and general awareness. So this is part A. And part B, you have physics, chemistry, and depending on if you are more on the physics honor side, then you'll select mathematics. If you're more on the bio side, you'll select that. Next. So I'll just rush through it. All this thing, what we are showing, will be available on our YouTube channel. You can just go on YouTube and type Jitin Chawla. Maybe subscribe to it also. Guys, you'll get all of this, whatever we are showing you. So physics, all the top areas. Like I just remember this. I did. I mean, I read so thick books. Dr. Upasana. I mean, I can't imagine if I look at the physics honors book that I actually did it and got, I think, what, 70% in the exam overall in 3 years. So guys, I'm sure you have seen the syllabi. So that is what it is. So 11th and 12th physics syllabus. Next. Yes, Aryan will talk about it. Just wait. We'll be showcasing OP Jindal's courses also. Please wait. Next. Yeah, Ridhi Verma, you're right. You caught it right. NCHMCT. Also check OCLD step training. Medical colleges do not look at 12th mark sheet, only NEET exam. Yeah. Some private medical college, if there's a tie, they might look at it, but almost all medical colleges will look at NEET only. For studying law in UK, should we opt for history or psychology in 12th grade? It doesn't matter. So law in UK, Charvi, it might be LNAT exam which you are giving, and some places you can go without that exam. It will be on the basis of predicted and last 3 years course and profile. Okay. Okay. So chemistry again, I think you are aware of the syllabi. We just put it here so that you can at least see what it is. But this is largely like what you do in 11th and 12th. Next. So physics, chemistry, maths. So PCM syllabus as you would do in 11th and 12th with some ifs and buts here and there. Next. So this you can see on CUCT's website also. So this is our detailed syllabus, and of course bio. So again, I'm repeating. People who would be looking at, let's say, life sciences courses or applied life sciences or microbiology, you'll be giving an exam of PCB, whereas people are looking at physics honors, chemistry honors, you'll be giving PCM. Next. Okay, now for commerce and humanities, Hansika and Arvinder, understand. There'll be one test paper, Commerce and Humanities. It will have 100 MCQs, that is multiple choice questions, English, then maths. So maths is, very simple maths. So don't worry. A lot of people come to me, sir, I don't know, I don't like maths. So it's not, it's a very, very quantitative aptitude. Is trying to see like percentages, averages. You all have done it. Work, time, speed, and distance, mensuration basics, numbers, so very simple question, but maybe it will come with a slight twist. I would imagine even if you are not doing maths, you still have to crack this. You would spend like 10 classes of 2 hours each, plus maybe 10 hours separately preparation. So 30 hours if you dedicate, your level from maths can go from, let's say, 50 point to at least 75 point, so that you'll become competitive. So don't worry about maths. Okay. Vanya Jain, no, CUCT is not for engineering entrance. CUCT will be for BScs and for BCom honors, Eco honors, and so on. Yeah. And of course, reasoning, GK, you know. So let me ask you a quick question. Very simple question. Let's see who answers first. First number 8, second number 27, third number 64. What is the next number? Fast. 8, 27, 64. What's next? Yeah, you can give both the CUCTs. Nobody's answering, is it? 8, 27, 64. What next? 125. Good. Suhani Jain is the first to answer. Good, Divya Gupta. Next. Oh, so many others have answered. I think there's a slight lag, so it comes to me after 2 minutes. But anyway, good. Good. All of you have answered correct. Okay, next. So I'm just giving an example. So GK, again, you'll have to build up. So a lot of universities this year will, including Delhi University, will accept CUCT. So BHU, Jamia Millia Islamia, JNU has announced. JNU has an excellent course on languages. For some of you are looking at, foreign languages, JNU has this 5-year integrated program. And then, of course, Tezpur University in Assam, then you can check out University of Allahabad and so on. I mean, EFL is an amazing university at Hyderabad. Earlier it was known as, long time it was known as CIEFL, but amazing for foreign languages. They also have 5-year mass comm and other courses, So very old university. Of course, if you want to be by the sea and, I love Pondicherry, you can go to Pondicherry University also. Why not? Next. So various universities you can look at. I'll take questions later on, guys. Just yeah, it is for humanities also. Bhavya Thakur, CUCT is for humanities also. Yeah. Nalanda University in Bihar, which is a new emerging university. South Asian University in Delhi. All these universities are looking at taking CUCT. I mean, they've already agreed to taking CUCT. Next, please. A lot of central universities also, which are again run by the government. So DU is saying to students right now, program mein thoda change rehne ka. I mean, there's a lot of change which is happening. So curriculum also is changing. Next, CUCT would cover BJMC degree in Delhi University. Shraddha, yes, but IP University has to still take a call. So in Delhi, or for people who are from North India, Delhi University, IP University, Ambedkar University, Jamia Millia Islamia, Jamia Hamdard, OP Jindal University, these are all universities. Yeah. So Can we do visual communication with maths? Yes, Pavitra, you can do that. I'll explain how you can do it, but just wait for some time. So, UG curriculum again has been changed, So there has been change in the credit structure, and like you would have lot more flexibility in choosing courses. That is the change which is happening as far as DU's this thing is concerned. The way the teaching learning is changing. Yeah. So you have two core courses, then more choices. Then you can work on a dissertation. You can work in an academic project. You can work as an entrepreneur also. That's our. So I also heard about incubation centers being established, which in fact long time back you had planned, but I hope it comes up now. But it is there in the offing. Yeah. Also you can, it is dependent on credits. It's not time dependent, but you'll have to complete certain number of credits to get your degree. You have an option, you can take a certificate and maybe join back again, and then carry on with your degree. So that's also an option which is being, though it has not been clearly laid out right now, but that is also an option you can look at. Next. So these are some changes which are happening later on. सो पीपल फील दैट जिनका डी यू आई आई टी आई एम में नहीं होता उनका और अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में होता है. सो नेक्स्ट, so which are the other universities we can look for? Like somehow people keep on talking about this, then so that's how this statement. Next, please. So Ambedkar University, it's again a government university known for liberal arts, known for like I have heard good appreciation about psychology, English, a combination. They have dual majors also. Savitribai University in Pune again is a good university. Christ has been doing good work, and then of course other universities. Next, Sanya Jain, you can take up an area called communication management. You know, Okay, let's now focus on OP Jindal University. Dr. Pasna is here. I would ask her to share in detail about what kind of courses are there and what are the advantages if one looks at this university. That will give you a good idea about liberal arts university and how the new generation universities are thinking and what is actually happening on the campus. Apart from the fact that there is nice food available. Last time I went, I tasted Thai food. Dr.
Yeah, the
Pasna,
food is amazing. I'm hoping the food is, yeah, the really good food. Even the mess food is like really good.
maybe I can do a research or so I can be a visiting scholar and I park myself on the campus. I can carry my
Absolutely.
test.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why
It's a
not?
good food. Good food. I mean, good ingredients. Please, Dr. Upasana.
No,
Yes.
thank you. And I think once I do this presentation, a lot of the questions I was keeping an eye
Yes.
on
Yes.
psychology, mass comm, BA English, architecture. What are the other options you have done if you have done PCB, design courses? I think many of these questions will get addressed when I do the presentation on OP Jindal Global
Absolutely.
University.
Absolutely. Next, please.
Uh, so I would tell you a little bit about the programs. Let me tell you a little bit before I talk specifically about the programs, a little bit
Okay.
about the university.
Please.
We were set up in 2009, which was the first school to be set up was a law school by our Vice Chancellor, founding Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar. I'm saying that because it is interesting, because Professor Rajkumar actually, and many of you are asking this question, therefore, I think it's interesting that he did his undergrad in BCom and then went on to do law and then went on to Oxford and then Harvard, then came and taught, was working in a top law firm, came and taught in Hong Kong, and then came and set up an educational institution. So, the career path, if you're passionate and if your convictions are in the right place, it really doesn't matter. You can chase your dreams and make it come true. That is one. The idea behind setting up the university was to create a world class center of educational excellence, which is rooted in interdisciplinarity. That is what the idea of setting up the university JGU was. And 2009 we set up the law school, and I'm proud to say that as of today, Career 360 again ranked us as the top private law school in India. So I'm very proud of that recognition. We have been ranked top 700 by US World Ranking. QS has also ranked us as 150 under 50 top universities in the world. So, we are an institution of eminence as recognized by our Ministry of Education, Government of India. So, I just wanted to give you a sense of what we are. We are a truly global university in the sense that 100 of our full-time faculty members are international faculty from all over the world, from US, UK to Europe, to South Asia, to South America. We have faculty from all over the country. Many of us are also, who are of Indian origin, have been trained in some part of our education abroad. Why I say this is that it brings into the context of the classroom a kind of pedagogic possibilities, experiments, the possibilities of pure learning, which is very unique in its own way. It's a truly interdisciplinary university. We have around 360 plus cross-registered electives. I want to say this before I discuss the programs, because if you do a say, suppose you're doing law from Jindal University, you can do an elective from the business school. So if you want to do corporate law, and if you're studying at JGU, BA, LLB, you can do a course on business analytics from the business school. So, it in that sense, it brings in a truly interdisciplinary perspective. Like in the Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, and Mr. Chawla, I'm saying this because we were talking about this earlier, we have the option of self-designed majors. So you can design your own majors. So students in the past have designed majors like environmental psychology, which is really one of the key demands of the current times. So having said that, let me tell you about the specialized degree programs. We have 35 UG programs that we are offering. So under the law school, you can see it on the screen. Can you go back to the earlier slide, please? Yeah. So we have BA, BBA, and BCom LLB. We have BA Honors in Legal Studies. I was talking about the Gender Studies program. So that is the BA Honors Gender Studies. We have started 2 other undergrad programs under the law school, which is BA Honors in Criminology and Criminal Justice and BA Honors in Human Rights. So you can do a 3-year, say, BA Honors in Criminology and Criminal Justice, then go on to do an LLB. Or take up any other. So if you do a 3-year human rights, you can go on to do a master's in international relations or in political science, or so their options are a lot. The business school, of course, offers, and many of you are asking about BBA. So business school, we offer BBA in marketing and finance, BBA in business analytics, financial markets, and also family business. And we have a 5-year integrated BBA MBA program, right? In the International Affairs School, we offer a BA Political Science program. Some of you were asking about political science. BA Global Affairs, and we've launched a program on BA in Diplomacy and Foreign Policy. I also want to highlight here that there is a lot of industry academia interface that happens. So if you're doing a BA, say, Diplomacy and Foreign Policy, all of you are expected to do at least 5 internships throughout your undergraduate degree. So you will be interning, say, with embassies. You will be interning with international organizations that deal with questions of foreign affairs, right? We have, say, Professor Mohan Kumar, who's teaching at the university, who is India's ambassador to France. We have Ambassador Ravi Thapar, who is now full-time faculty with Jindal University. So there is a strong industry academia interface. In the School of Public Policy, we have BA Economics and BA Honors in Public Policy. Again, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's taught us how important, fields like public policy and public health are in terms of our career options and possibilities. Again, the Dean of the Public Policy School, Professor R. Sudarshan, was working with UNDP for more than 20 years. So there's a strong industry, again, academia interface. In the Liberal Arts School, we have BA Honors in Liberal Arts and Humanities. We have the Bachelor Fine Arts program, which is a very, very niche program. And we've launched the BA Honors in Sociology. Here, Mr. Chawla, I'm digressing a little, but I want to tell you this. when we launched the BA Sociology program, and I'm sure students will be really keen to hear this, we called somebody called Dr. Meena Kaushik to launch the program. Now, she is the chairperson of this company called Quantum Solutions, right? She had done BA Economics from Miranda House, and then she realized that this is not where her heart lies. So, after doing undergrad in economics from Miranda, she went to Delhi School of Economics and did sociology, master's in sociology. Now she runs one of India's largest qualitative research firms, right? Where basically what they do, say for example, say Horlicks. Now, how would Horlicks know? Because our market decisions are also rooted in our behavior. Right now, behavioral finance is a huge branch. We've just launched a master's program in behavioral finance. So, how does Horlicks know that, okay, if we launch something like Mother's Horlicks, what kind of market would it have? So, this firm does qualitative research for financial institutions and organizations, and it is one of the largest and biggest firms in India. And she's done economics and then sociology, and now she has this qualitative research firm. So, what I want to tell the students that there is so much possibility in terms of your career options. Yes, many of you are asking about communications. We have the Jindal School of Journalism and Communications, where we have the BA Honors in Journalism and Media Studies. And this year, for August 2022, will be the first batch. We have launched the Film and New Media program. Again, this is a one-of-a-kind program where we focus on films, film studies, and new media. New media is documentaries and your anime and YouTube, the kind of media world that we are currently inhabiting. And again, lot of industry academia interface. We've already have an understanding with Whistling Woods, Shubhas Ghai's Institute, for exchanges. We have our faculty members who have been career journalists and media house personalities who will be teaching in this program. Next slide, please. No, the earlier one. Yeah. Many of you have been asking about Arcana Art and Architecture. So, Jindal School of Arcana Art and Architecture, we have 4 programs. Bachelor of Architecture, which is a 5-year program, which enables you to become a licensed architect. Then we have a BA Honors in Built Environment Studies. Bachelor of Design, we have one. You can take a specialization in interior, or you can do urban and community within the Bachelor of Design courses. Banking and finance, many of you have been asking about BCom courses. So we have BCom honors, we have a BA honors in finance and entrepreneurship. We've launched a BCom in collaboration with the National Stock Exchange Academy. So this is a BCom in capital markets. And we have a global BCom honors. This is a dual degree program with Deakin University in Australia. So
it's
you do
twinning program.
Sorry?
It's a twinning program. Like I can do a part here and then go to
Yes, so
Deakin.
you absolutely, and you get 2 degrees. You get 1 degree from Jindal and you get the other degree in Deakin. So once you enter into the program, you are assured that you will be going to Deakin to complete your degree. In the school of, and many of you have also asked that, what is the option if I've done PCB? What are the other options? Of course, any of this could be an option. Other than that, BA Honors Environmental Studies is a great option. 2 biggest things that the world faces currently, biggest crisis, health and environment. And we need more and more young minds to come into these fields in order to make the responses to these challenges much more robust. We've launched a BA BSc in sustainable development. The first semester is going to be common. In the second semester, you can decide whether you want to take the BA route or the BSc route. And if you want to do BSc, you should at least have one of these physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics during your class 12. Psychology, BA Honors Psychology. I saw a lot of questions. Any disciplinary background, you can do a BA in psychology. Right? A lot of demand. Other than Mr. Chawla, I read an op-ed piece on Deccan Herald that says India needs 7 times more psychologists and psychiatrists that it currently has. So it is a really upcoming and important field of career. So we have a BA Honors in Psychology. Lot of you asking about languages and literature. Again, yes, it is a very important field going forward in terms of career. We have two language courses. The first batch will come in August 2022. Admissions are now open. BA honors in English and BA honors in Spanish. And as I was talking about public health, the pandemic has said that health is not only about doctors and nurses. You need trained public health professionals. Keeping that in mind, we have launched the Bachelor of Public Health degree, which is again a 3-year degree program. This is in the Jindal School of Public Health and Human Development. So these are the 35 UG programs that we currently offer.
Amazing. That's a huge list, and students, you would also understand that these are areas which are really upcoming. So, I mean, I would suggest that each area you can probably think about it, and like some of you are asking questions. Yes, it'll take some time to arrive at it. And Sanya Jain, like we guys, like me and my team, we do aptitude testing. It is called IAP testing. That is interest, abilities, and personality. So these are standardized tests which are used to understand people and then students and then guide them step by step how one can go about it. Samson, yes, why not? I can try and do a video for masters in journalism. Definitely, Samson, I can do that. I'll share it with my team who schedules video shoots. So we'll definitely do it. Ma'am, for graduation in French, do we need to have French language in 12th grade? Will entrance exam include French in syllabus?
We have a Spanish, and you do not necessarily have to have. It will You will be given all the foundational knowledge of the course when you get into the undergrad program. So you do not necessarily have to have Spanish in your class 12 in order to be able to come into this course.
So Radhakrishna, psychology admission entrance and what subjects? So if you're talking about CUCET, I already shared. So commerce and humanities, it is common, which I shared. Can you go back to CUCET, commerce oblique humanities, Rebu? Just show once so that even other people might have joined earlier, so they can have a quick, yeah. So this is for any course like BCom honors, BA, English honors, any course you would have this common entrance exam: English, numerical aptitude, oblique data interpretation, analytical skills, which is reasoning, and then reasoning general aptitude and general knowledge. I would imagine reasoning and general knowledge. So you can check it out. So Honey Jain, biotech as an area, you might work on agri biotech, you might work on the medical side. So agri biotech or crop biotechnology, you are trying to come out with different varieties of crops which are like bacteria resistant or having some better properties and so on. So it takes some time. Like in India, like you will do a bachelor's, you'll do masters, and then maybe you do a PhD, and then you can be a scientist. So you can take up agricultural degrees and still work in the similar areas, like IARI does those degrees. On the other side, you might work with Genomate Lab, which is run like under Department of Science and Technology. You might work with the Indian Institute of Immunology. So such places you will work on, I would say, you would do a lot of experimentation to arrive at some conclusion, some ideas. So normally these experiments will run, like it will not be very fast. It might take like 2 years, 3 years, or even more. You know, so you have to be ready for that. Biotech in India might not pay that well initially. Though I have somebody near my house who did bachelor's in India, went outside to Europe. In fact, he went to Poland and then started working in Germany. And right now he's working somewhere in Sweden. Yeah. So I think there the monies are taken care of. So these are opportunities which you can think of. IAS officer Diksha Gupta is IAS is an entrance exam. So actually, you can do any of the liberal arts courses and still go for IAS. A lot of my friends who have done engineering or BScs who finally cracked IAS actually took up humanities subjects. It's very surprising. So they took up. So Bipin took up public administration and history. Somebody else took up psychology. So if you are going in for such courses, automatically, you are getting prepared. Your word view is increasing. So of course you can join a coaching institute right now. So Devyagupta, I also propose that you can think of law. So you can, when you become an IAS officer, if you've already done law, so you know how the law of the land is, and you are holding a public institution. You can take charge in a lot of situations and put things right because you offer fair understanding of law. So before civil services, doing a law thing is also very good. But of course, you can do a mix and match of other areas also. Any chance for computer science and design CSD course? Sudhanshu, I already told you, like triple IT, I know for one. Some other places where you'll have both the areas, you can still go for it. Like there are some private universities where you can go for it, but triple IT I know is a good place. Give UCET exam. UCET is done by IIT Mumbai. Okay. Universities and colleges for psychology honors, Vibhuti Bharadwaj. Just look at my YouTube channel. Just search for Jitin Chawla plus psychology. So you'll find a psychology video which I probably have answered the maximum questions on that video, maybe 114 questions. So just go there and check. You will find all about universities there. Degree in culinary arts is available. Preeti Kaur. Check out this one. Check out Culinary Institute Noida and Culinary Institute this one Tirupati. Tirupati was the first one set up by the government. Then of course, like you could look at such courses. So triple IT Delhi does offer a lot of combinations. So I'm covering some government and other institutions. So computer science and social sciences, computer science and design, computer science and biosciences, which can lead you to bioinformatics or computational biology, which is a very very fast growing area. IIT Madras has this exam called HSCE, through which you can go in for 5-year program in development studies or English. Yeah. DSU is a new university started by Delhi state government, very very strong on practical courses. It's a skills university, as you can see, and there you can take up BMS e-commerce, BA digital media design. So a lot of new courses available at DSU, which is a new university started this year itself. I mean, last year itself, this season itself. Symbiosis, suppose you want to do a course in photography. So Symbiosis has this School of Visual Arts where you can do a 3-year course in photography. Next. John Wick Bioinformatics has very good scope. Yeah, I feel bioinformatics, or some places it is called computational biology, it is really, really fast increasing. BTech in chemical engineering colleges, Hriday Sharma, just check careers 360, you'll get the complete this thing, complete list. Devyani, psychology and writing you want to combine. So do psychology. Keep on doing like creative writing and other such courses from Upgrad or other online players, and then you can build up. Then you might just write blogs for psychology website. You can work with career counseling firms and so on. So keep on developing writing on one side. Okay, so IIT Bombay has a School of Design. So 4 years B Design, or you can do 5 years Bachelor's plus Masters. You know, IITTM again is a government institute, which is there at Noida, Tirupati, and they're offering IITTM is offering travel and tourism courses, BBA travel and tourism. Yeah, of course you can look at so NIFT, NID. These entrances appear early, like typically October, November it appears. Like NID is already over for this year. IIT Mumbai, UCET is already over for this year, so they appear like quite early. So maybe you can check them out next year. IIM Indore 5-year program again is something which is a great opportunity. And initially they do a mix of subjects like psychology, sociology, maths, statistics, and fourth year onwards you then kind of start specializing in management areas. Next. Soham Bajaj depends on you. Both are fine. So Ambedkar University, there's a tutorial which was uploaded last year, but this year they're making some changes. So I would wait for 3-4 days to check what exactly Ambedkar is going to do. Next, Tanishka Grover for accounts, you can look at, like you can take a BCom or BCom honors. Side by side, you can do ACCA, which is a qualification which you can use in UK, Mauritius, and so on. Alternatively, you can take up CIMA, where you will specialize in management accounting. So side you can take up BCom or BCom honors. Side by side, you can take up these courses. Next, please. Scope and University of Fine Arts, Sharanya. You can look at like Delhi University College of Arts, Jamia Millia Islamia, BHU, JJ School of Arts. So you can look at these options. And
OPJU also has a Bachelor of Fine Arts.
OP Jindal has a bachelor's program, so you can look at OP Jindal. And then after fine arts, you can look at advertising, graphic designing. You might be a painter. You start making sculptures. You can work with the printing industry, so diverse. Yes, you can take up specialized courses also, like masters in design. One of my students, quite early, he went to College of Arts, and then he went to IIT Delhi for a masters in design. So then he got a job in Singapore, product design and so on. Ron Gupta, there's no cutoff for DUCET. There's a exam only. So you'll give the exam and then they'll make a merit list. Best universities for masters in bioinformatics. Indian Institute of Bioinformatics, Hyderabad is a government-run institute. They offer a master's course for bioinformatics. For graduation in Spanish language, the entrance exam will include Spanish also. Is it, Dr. Upasna? For graduation in Spanish language, would some part of Spanish also be included in entrance exam? Is it so?
No, no, not necessarily. The entrance exam is JSAT. So let me, once you're done, I will like to quickly talk about the admission process. Then it will be very
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Maybe you can talk about it now. And Ribu, do you have JSAT written, or you can put OP Jindal University in front? Yeah. Yeah, you can just put the, yeah. I think it's fine. Yeah, good.
So, see,
Please.
interdisciplinarity, I have already spoken about that, you can be an architecture student. And I saw a question from one of you, and I found it
Please.
very interesting as to what is the future of architecture. I would imagine that the future of architecture is very bright. Depending on the kind of course and program that you're doing, architect, it's not merely learning to design a building, but the building that you're designing, the space that you're designing must respond to the context in which you're designing it, right? Say, during pandemic times, if you look at any of the latest design of homes that are coming up, it's already coming with a work from home space. So architecture is also a space and a course that must respond to the realities and demands of the time. So keep that in mind. uh, for OP Jindal Global University to get into any of the programs except law programs. Okay. For the law programs, you have to give the LSAT examination. One is already done, 15th of January. The next exam is in June. So you have to clear the LSAT examination to go and get into the BALLB, BBLLB, or the BCom LLB program. For any of the other programs, we have the test called the JSAT, Jindal Scholastic Aptitude Test. It has three sections: verbal ability, logical reasoning, and basic maths. Okay. And apart from that, we also accept ACT scores or SAT scores or UGAT scores. So these scores are also accepted. To get into any of the programs offered under the law school, you can also take the JSAT law exam, right? So JSAT, any of these other scores are accepted. In the law school, you do the LSAT exam. For the architecture school, to get into the architecture program, we accept NATA scores or JE scores. Okay. And for the other two programs, which is Bachelor of Design and Bachelor in Built Environmental Studies, you have an exam called JCAT, Jindal Creative Aptitude Test. Right? Details of all of these programs are available on the website. The entrance tests are completely conducted on an online mode. Earlier, you had to go to a physical center, but now with the pandemic, we have moved completely. It's a remotely proctored exam. So it is done in an online mode. So you go to the application form, you fill up the application forms. Once your application process is done, you are guided to the Pearson website. Pearson conducts our entrance test for us. So your entrance test can be scheduled. You schedule your entrance test, you give your entrance test, followed by when you qualify the entrance test, you need 50% to be able to qualify for the entrance test. Once you have qualified it, then you go in for a faculty interaction. We don't call it an interview, it is an interaction. And after that, you are given an offer letter. If you're unable to clear the JSAT in your first attempt, then you are allowed to make 3 attempts during 1 year testing period. Okay. And based on that, then you will be called for the interview. Right. So this is the entrance process to any of the undergrad programs other than law and architecture.
So, like some other universities, guys, there were some questions. So, I'm Indore has IPM, typically English, quantitative aptitude, reasoning. Three areas you're tested on. So, what I would say is you don't need to separately prepare for all, but like you can just prepare for English, quantitative aptitude, reasoning, GK, and typically you would fit in all the tests except for, of course, creative, where your different skills are being checked. So, just start preparation. A lot of you are asking how to prepare, how to prepare. So, Ananjay Mishra and other people, uh, if I was you, I can prepare by myself. It's not tough. A good way to prepare on English is, uh, understand the roots. Like, for example, if I say omnipotent, omni, omnipresent, omnivorous. So omni means all. If I know omni, I can crack other words. Yeah. And if I like omni, it is written as omniscient, pronunciation will be omniscient. Yeah. So omniscient, you don't know the meaning, but there are four options, and one it is like all something. Then I know that, oh, this is the right option. So all knowledgeable. So I would tick that and I'll move ahead. I'll select that and move ahead. So uh, so to understand these words, which initially might look complex, you can kind of break and understand prefix and suffix. So a good book is Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. So that can be good, because I would not, like, a coaching institute will say come to me, but I would say ideally it should be a part of your life. Any test is basically testing how good a reader you have been, what you have imbibed. Like, a lot of you have gone to good English medium schools, so this already should have been built up. But of course, you can still, I would say, Word Power Made Easy will act like a booster dose. It'll kind of boom, and it'll give you more energy. So do that. Now for mathematics, it is typically 8th, 9th, 10th class mathematics. There's a very good book. In fact, I have done some workshops with the author also, Mr. R.S. Agarwal, Quantitative Aptitude by R.S. Agarwal, and same Quantitative Reasoning by R.S. Agarwal. It's like thick book. You can do some exercising with it also, and it's quite thick, and you can use it also. Alternatively, you can, like, Arihant Publications has already brought out guides for CUCET. Yeah. DUCT will not be there. It will be one only, CUCT, and it's the same syllabus. So don't confuse yourself with CUCT, DUCT, and others. As I said, just prepare for English, quantitative, which is maths, reasoning, GK. Just prepare for these, and you are good to go for 90% of the exams. Ambedkar University is still deciding. Like, as of today morning, Times of India, they have shared that we will be also considering an entrance. Whether they go for CUCT or come out with their own test, it is their decision. So you'll get to know quite early. I will be doing a webinar with them later on. So I've already spoken to somebody. Is there biotech at DU? No, biotech is not there at DU. It's there at Jamia Millia Islamia. When will DU forms come out? I can imagine maybe around April or so. Yeah. Normally it does around that time. So I hope they'll come out during that time. Fintech, Sanya Jain, you can do a finance course like Sukhdev College, or in fact, OP Jindal has a course which is specializing in finance. So you can check that out also. Alternatively, at a master's level, you will do a specialization. Bachelor's, you can do a management course or any commerce related course. English honors universities in Delhi. So you will get it at Delhi University, Ambedkar University, Jamia Millia Islamia, OP Jindal. So you'll get at all these places. BLEd you'll get in Delhi University, Lucknow University, 4-year course. Again, CUCET. Yeah, you'll have to apply for CUCT and you'll have to choose universities, because then your scores will go to those universities. Yes, John Wick, I'll make a video on bioinformatics. Is forensic sciences a good career? Uh, so one of the top institutes in India is a government institute called Gujarat National Forensics University. I sent a girl and she completed a master's. I kept on taking feedback and she did really well. And the facilities are good. She appreciated everything there, except when the placement time came. So placement was not really well organized. Also, it was Corona time, so she passed out like last year. So she's struggling with the placement. So I have question marks. Also, you would join this system. What are these forensic labs called? CRPL, CFPL, Central Forensic Sciences Laboratory, CFSL. Yeah. So these labs, they have their own system of recruitment. So I would have some question marks in terms of career growth, initial placements, and so on. Though things might change in some time. Is there a minimum percentage required? Ron Gupta, if you don't get, like, come on, man, you'll get 55, 60%. That is normally the percentage cutoff. Why are you bothered about it? I'm sure you'll get good marks. Start studying instead of attending webinars all the time. Okay, okay, you can attend also. GK preparation sources to please, sir. Hansika Roy, I'll give you a very small patla sa book, Aryan GK, available for like 35, 40 rupees. Just do dated GK from. What is dated GK? Like history, like oldest Veda. What is that? Rig Veda, yeah, and all that stuff. How to go for data science as a career after commerce with maths and economics in India and abroad. Hriday Satija, go for BBA Business Analytics. You can check OP Jindal, check a couple of other universities. They have this course, BBA Business Analytics, which will make you work with a lot of exciting startups and good jobs. You'll be looking at, dashboards, and you'll be helping senior people in decision making. Should I go abroad for graduation or for masters? Tanishka, I'll have to come to your house to see how much gold you have and cash. Anyway, so Tanishka, if you can go
May
abroad
I,
after
Mr.
12th,
Chawla, if you don't mind, may I quickly respond to that as
please,
well?
please, please,
Two questions actually I want to respond to. One is this.
please.
I would say, based on my own experience, and you can take it or leave it. Okay, you don't have to, Tanishka, take my word for it. But I always think that the first degree you should do from India. I feel. I feel that the first degree you should do from India, it grounds you into the contextual realities of the place that you live in, and then you can sort of build on it. I think, given that, and I'm not talking about only OP Jindal, the fact that you get world class education in India today, uh, I think the first degree should be done in the home country to be able to understand the context you live in, the world around you, the people, society, political economy, everything around you, and then it is easy to build on it. When you go for your next degree abroad, that is one. Too many of you are asking that, what job after a political science honors. I just want you to understand that undergrad degree is not a terminal degree. So you cannot expect that right after an undergrad degree you get some. I mean, of course, I mean there is a possibility of getting certain kind of jobs and you have to work from there. But I would really, if you have the means, urge you to think about doing a master's degree or going for higher education post an undergrad degree. You would need further skill enhancement to be able to do the kind of jobs and the kind of money that you want to have in those jobs. That skill enhancement is required. So do not look at undergrad degree unless you're doing something like law. Do not look at an undergrad degree as a terminal degree. That's all, Mr. Chawla, that I wanted to say.
Great, great. So Kanya is saying, remember, I really want to leave India after 12th. Kanya, I can help you. So we can help you with the application and profile, everything. So Kanya, it will be good if you can get in touch with us. Rebu, if you can put our phone numbers, so let Kanya speak to our study abroad counselors. Hi, I'm a commerce with math student. What are career option? Renu Chaudhary, welcome to the party. We have been speaking about career option for so much time now. Come on. Okay, you can go for 5 year programs like I'm Indore, I'm Rohtak, and others. You can go for BMS, you can go for BBA Business Analytics, which is really, really hot. Check out OP Jindal's website, you'll get to see the program in detail. You can go for finance directly. You might change, you might decide to help the world and get into psychology. Absolutely fine. You might use psychology and later on be a HR specialist. You can get into advertising if you're creative. You can get into fashion management, or I mean, do management and still keep on doing whatever. Yeah. Isn't it easier to go abroad because of COVID? It's the same. Honestly, it has not influenced the decision. So a lot of, except for Australia, people who had to go have been going, and people who had to stay back have been staying. So yes, some countries it is easier. So see, like Manchester and Leeds, I got admits at percentages which I was not expecting. So yes, it is easier. Sanya Jain, you're right. You can connect with our study abroad team and build it up. So you'll have to check. I'll not answer for any other institute right now, in the sense that I can give you that. You have to check whether it is UGC approved. So any institution you are looking at should be UGC approved. So just check it out. Kanya Trivedi, I can send you after 10th also. I can send you to US, and there's a US government thing where you'll go and stay with a US family. Your family will spend like 8 lakhs per annum, and you get educated in a public school, a good school out there, you know. So those kind of things are there. You can connect with us and we can help you understand step by step. Scope of media psychology. This I think Dr. Upasana will tell. Media
Well,
psychology.
wow. So there are one that is there any scope of psychologists in India? As I said, yes, tremendous scope. India requires 7 times more than the psychologists and psychiatrists that it currently has. So there is a tremendous scope, and I think mental health in India is increasingly becoming a topic that we are becoming comfortable with. Earlier it was considered a taboo to go to a mental health specialist, to go to a psychologist, to go to a psychiatrist. Now it is not the case. There is absolute possibility of career growth. And when you do a psychology degree, it is there are so much possibilities even within the psychology degree. For example, somebody asked about um, what are the possible career pathways. So one could be, of course, education. You go into higher education, you do counseling or a career in clinical psychology. You can work in the social work sector, you can do research, you can go into the healthcare sector, you can work with industries or organizations, as behavioral analyst in the human resource department. Business development and management consultants are also supposed to have now some kind of background in psychology. So there are a lot of options in the context of psychology. In terms of media, see, now we live in a world which is demand, sort of media is the most prominent building blocks of the society that we currently live in. So there are a lot of opportunities. So if you do a traditional, say you've done a journalism and a media studies course, then you can, of course, become a journalist or join a media house. You can write for leading media houses. If you get a kind of, so you can like for instance in the Jindal the journalism and media course that we have, we train in both the art of radio and television studies, right? So you could go get into either of these fields, and we have programs with UC Berkeley University, California, on global media and international journalism. So you can get into any of these possibilities. We have a semester abroad, so those of you who really want to go abroad, we have semester abroads, we have short study abroad programs, and we have the dual degree programs. So media, we have semester abroad with IDC in Herzliya, Israel. We have Vietnam National University, CUCET. We have Koç University, Turkey. And we have a university in Malaysia with which we have these student semester exchange programs. And if you do something like, say, film and new media, again, as I was telling you earlier, new media is the buzz, right? From your OTT platforms to YouTube to social media to documentaries, there is an entire gamut of possibilities and career opportunities that media is throwing up, which is not merely about journalism and working with traditional media houses. So all of these career opportunities sort of opens up for you. Yeah.
Great. Purple Nation, you're asking how to get scholarship for foreign universities. It depends on the country, but you have a lot of opportunities. One, as a part of application process, universities consider means as well as like merit scholarships. Second, there are specialized scholarships. You can apply for it separately. So each campus, each university has specialized scholarship. Third, there are people like Tata's, Indian Oil, who from India would support certain kind of courses, certain countries, based on their objectives, and they also offer scholarships. Lately, even Hero Group in Delhi NCR area has also been doing that. So that's a way you can build up. If you're looking at like low cost countries, you can watch my videos. So check out countries like Netherlands, check out Finland. These are good countries. Finland, though, is not completely English speaking, but Netherlands is. But Finland, a lot of universities are doing courses in English. You can check it out. Uh, yeah, Abesing, we do career counseling after 12th, after 10th, after graduation. People who are working also. Sometimes, a 45-year-old person also comes, like a parent would come and say, "Can I sit with you separately?" I said, "Yes, you can." And then we have helped them also. So, yes, we do career counseling. So coming back to that question you were asking, so you can look at places where, like Dr. Pasner talked about KOC University. So Koç University in Turkey, I visited that university. Amazing set university, and not very expensive
Me
also.
too.
So
Me too. I have also visited that
I also
university. I
visited.
spent some time there. Yeah, it's a
We went to
beautiful.
the Grand Bazaar, the mosque.
Yes, I did. I spent some
Great.
time in
It was
Istanbul
amazing.
actually.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
I met my friend Ezgi there at the mosque, Blue Mosque. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
amazing, amazing, amazing coffee in small cups and all that.
Yeah, I know it is. Amazing
And good,
food.
good dry fruit, somehow the best in the world.
Yeah.
So, guys, before you're led away by our turkey talks, so you have to do a lot of research. You have to do a lot of research, guys. Is Masters in Public Relations better from the US or the UK? Shraddha Srivastav, what would you say, Dr. Upasna? I am slightly more towards US, but I don't know. I'm kind of.
I also always have been slightly more towards US, but I mean to get let go of my bias, I think it is going to be fine either ways.
It depends on you. Come on, you are an
It
Indian,
depends on
yeah, Indian
yeah,
struggling student. So struggle more. Come on, we Indians struggle a lot, and then we come up on the
yeah.
top. So that's our quality. So I think put in a lot of struggle and decide your destination. I think both ways it should be fine. Though I'm still slightly more towards US. Sanya Jahan, you can just call up our numbers. Can you show our numbers for the career counseling charges? Yes, these are our numbers, Sanya Jain. That was pretty fast, Mr. Ribu. Okay, Plaksha University is doing a lot of good tech courses. If you are tech person, so Plaksha is really coming up well, both on the bio side as well as on the computing side and artificial intelligence and so on, robotics. So a lot of latest stuff. Plaksha is coming up in Mohali, Chandigarh. Next. So we are highlighting like a lot of other good options which are coming up. So uh, oh, okay, they have this academic bank of credits. So now eventually, like, you would, just as a bank account works, so you have studied at an institution, so you get some credits, and you can then transfer credits to other institution also, so that is what NEP envisages, that you could change institution, you could change courses, you could ultimately, you have to collect a certain number of credit to be given a graduation degree, as we say, or outside we call it undergraduate degree. So that is what it is. Graphic design and animation courses in government colleges. NID Ahmedabad. If you're from Haryana, then you can look at Haryana has Haryana Institute of Fine Arts. Though the number of seats is 12, 12, 12, like very less. You can check out IIT Mumbai B Design. Any of these you can use to build up. Can you please name the books for preparation of CUCT? Just take like Arihant publication. Somehow they come out with like they come out with pretty fast with the books. So CUCT Arihant publications you can check. Psychology Abhay, I already told you. Just watch my psychology video. Everything is there. Watch my videos, guys. Everything I have given Indian universities. Yeah, outside India also low cost study abroad and so on. You can check. Crazy Frog. Check my YouTube. Is here a good option, Manya, after class 12? Can you please some good career option which will be trendy? We've already been talking about it. Talk of like business analytics. Uh, go for finance. Go for international trade. Go for a mix of like psychology management, a mix of creative management. So I think that is where you can. Yeah, Tanishka, getting a PR in Canada would be easy. Generally, like in Canada, if you're specifically asking, yes, university admits after 12th are easier compared to masters, because one, that course may not be available at the university. Second, Canada does not have too many universities. Like a point in comparison, US maybe 4,000 plus universities. Canada like 38. 40 universities. There are a few colleges also, but yeah. MBA from MIT or business psychology from Germany? Germany, come on, Muskan. Career options with PCM and psychology. Hansika, you have come late to the party. I think we already covered it, but quickly, just to share, computational linguistics, AI, IoT. You could look at food technology, environmental sciences. You can look at BSc law. We are combining sciences and law. So any of these. Anshita Goel, only CUCT as of now, but like I'm still waiting for final this thing. Like DU has not published, so the vice chancellor has committed, but as of now only CUCT. Madam, I want to do a BA in, ma'am, this is for you. BA in foreign policy, and I'm excited about this degree. And will there be growth in international relations? Basically, he's asking, can I earn money?
Certainly.
Can I grow?
Certainly. I mean, international relations is definitely not going to go away anywhere. So there is a lot of possibilities and growth. And if you're interested in doing the BA in foreign policy, as I've told you earlier, it's a very, very praxis-based course. So there will be a lot of internships. You'll be interning with embassies. You'll be working with, national and international organizations that focus on foreign policy and diplomatic relations. So I'm excited that you're excited, and you can get in touch with me get and I'm happy to guide you through this course.
Great. So, which country is good for commerce related careers? Tanishka Grover depends. Like, if you want to take PR, then I would root for Canada, Australia. I would think of Netherlands also. If you want to kind of stay there and take a PR, if you want to go and kind of experience very amazing education, I'll probably check US in the on the top, followed still by Canada and a couple of other places. Uh, Saneja and US, I think after 12th, after graduation, both ways it is fine. Somehow Indian parents are more comfortable with India first and abroad, but it's your choice. I think you can explore both sides and then decide. Pharmacy, Utkarsh Sean, you can take a pharmacy, go for computer aided drug design. You can also go for biotechnology after it. So you can shift and go for hospital management. Crazy Frog, is the US or UK better for psychology related careers? So I'm more inclined towards US. Some of the diversity of courses and the mix of this thing is slightly better. But yes, one can go for both. I have sent students to UK also. Um, Jitin Chawla is writing Jitin Chawla Karega also. Oh, that is not me. Somebody is writing in my name. Anyway, technology and earn a lot of money. Vanyajan, become an entrepreneur, become a shark. Come on, watch Shark Tank India, walk Shark Tank worldwide. Start your own thing. Vanyajan, start making apps, start making something. Yeah. If you become an entrepreneur, you can definitely earn a lot of money. Initially, it might be a big fight, but and later on also some fight will be there, but then you will earn good money. Is it good to do MBBS abroad? Yes, it is good to do. It depends on which country where. Watch my videos on MBBS abroad. There are 3 videos on MBBS abroad. It'll give you ideas about countries and so on. And then connect with us and take a small session with our study abroad team. You'll be guided. I'm already okay. Ma'am's number. So we'll share some ID, general ID. Just wait. Okay, some number has been shared. Malini ma'am number has been shared. So you can use this number to be in touch. Okay, so today what we did, I mean, guys, some of you have not decided. You are still asking very basic questions, though I can see that you're in 12th class. Yeah. So initiation is where you research, where you kind of build up your knowledge base about these are the careers and this is my one, two, three. Yeah, of course, I can't cover it right now, but yes, I can help you if you come for individual counseling. I can help you with that. And second stage will be preparation. If you have decided I'm going to go for eco honors, this college, this place, then what is the preparation for the entrance exam? And then third will be you've already got 3 admits. Now where to go? So that is decision making and additional resources, add on things to be done. Where do I do internships? How do I do a research paper? How do I do a community project? All those things is will come in resources. So again, in case you need help, we have a complete end-to-end solution for even applications, everything, Indian applications also. So you can be in touch with our team members for complete help in career counseling or complete applications end to end. And we've been helping people apply to various universities and get admits. You can also follow us on jitinchabla.careerguru, which is my Instagram thing. I do Instagram live with various kinds of people. I have caught people with maths background, with physics background, models, young actresses, actors. Uh, I mean, all kind. I've got a person who's in digital marketing in Canada. I did an Insta live with him. He's a director, Rookify. He was my student who was doing bio here. Somehow I kicked him out of bio and sent him to management, like specializing in digital marketing, and he did so well that we are also happy for him. I did this thing with the young hotel management graduate Ankur Chavla, who again has been my student, who has worked with Marriott, and he has worked, with big, with the setting up restaurants. He was doing with a very well-known chef. I'll just tell you his name. And then right now he's started off a new project called Water in Tin Containers, first time happening in India, and so on. So we keep on doing a lot of exciting stuff. So it will be good if you guys follow up on jitinchavla.careerguru, and do check out our YouTube channel. It will give you a good idea about a lot of things which you are thinking. Yeah. And then we can engage further. I'm thankful to Dr. Upasana for spending so much time, and
Thank
people.
you.
She shared amazing ideas in terms of how things are changing, especially in education sector, and how you as young people should think so that you can be more successful. So thanks a lot, Dr. Upasana.
No, thank you for having me. I had a great time interacting with you and all the students who have joined in. So it has been an absolute pleasure and a privilege. So thank you very much. I look forward to many more interactions like this.
Definitely, definitely. So Upasana ma'am's email ID is here. People, if you have any direct, like any questions, so you can mail. Generic things, I would expect you to go on the website and check also. Yeah, don't mail for
Yes.
basic things. Yeah. So you are now stepping into the professional world. Like after 12, you're getting to a college. So it is expected that some things. So don't be a person who wants to be spoon fed. Yeah. So also use Google Digital Garage, 156 courses free of charge, confidence building, public speaking, how to give interviews, amazing. So use Google Digital Garage. I'm again repeating, Google Digital Garage. So there are 156 courses. Try to do as many as possible. Digital marketing courses, fully certified, accepted all over the world. Yeah. So I would recommend that. And yes, you can write to Pastor Ma'am also in case you have any specific query. And
I
I'll take.
just want to say there is a question by Muskan.
Yeah.
Returning back to India after studying business psychology and gaining some experience, will I get a job in India? Yes, you should ideally be getting a job in India. But what I would say is, I want to reiterate something, Mr. Chawla, if you permit me, something that I said in the
Please,
very beginning,
please, please.
that the degree in itself is not enough for you to get a job. It's about what have you been able to get out of the degree and how you've been able to acquire the skills, how you are able to communicate those skills. So, what kind of job you will get will also depend on how good you are. And you do not automatically become good if you do a degree from the one of the best colleges and universities abroad, here, wherever. It's also what you're able to, it is not only about the opportunity that you get and you take, but what you are able to make out of that opportunity. So do not keep yourself outside this process. You are very much part of this process. And there is a lot happening with you when you're doing this, so don't take it out of the equation.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just remember this. Uh, सीढ़ियों की जरूरत उन्हें होती है जिन्हें छतों तक जाना होता है. अगर छूना है आसमां को तो रास्ता खुद बनाना होता है.
क्या बात है.
Yeah.
क्या
So
बात.
so I mean, abhi students, you need to build up yourself strong. Like, okay, I am doing career counseling. I set up this organization, and of course it took time, but I didn't go for any formal courses in career counseling. I was really I still am. I'm pretty passionate about it. So similarly, you have to find areas, and hence you go for that is why interdisciplinary study, that is why
Yeah.
internships, research, so that you find areas which you are liking, and then you'll do something amazing which even me or Dr. Pastor might not know right now.
Absolutely.
The way the
Absolutely.
things are changing, we don't know. Like
Would
I
you
could
have
never imagine.
imagined? Would you
Yeah,
have imagined few years back that we are going to do sessions like this? You
absolutely.
online, me online. The world is changing as we speak. We cannot
100.
imagine what are the possibilities that can happen.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%. So with this, people, I would say wish you all the best, and do keep yourself safe and use masks. Yeah, and but make yourself very strong from inside. Be strong emotionally, physically, mentally, because the world which you are going to witness is a very very different world. Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course, catch on sleep also. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of you are sleeping at late, so sleep disorder. So one of my clients, his brother, older brother in US, is one of the world's top sleep disorder specialist. You know,
Oh,
and his his cases, how much they've increased? They've increased by 700%. Yeah,
wow.
thanks to the pandemic. Sleep
Yes.
disorder is something which has really caught up. So, Tanishka, no, it's time to go now. My team is also waiting, and I'm sure Dr. Pasna also has engagements.
Yes, please.
We will come again. Tanishka, thanks for the love, and see my videos first, talk, understand, and then we can take on more questions. Thanks a lot, people. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Pasna.
you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Chawla. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.